Did you know that some plastic items, such as grocery bags and cutlery, have been found in human arteries? A 2024 study published in the New England Journal of Medicine revealed that microplastics made their way into our arteries, and they were detected specifically in carotid artery plaque. Even more concerning, patients who had plastic detected in their plaque had a greater chance of having heart attacks, stroke, and death. So let's talk about what this means and what it doesn't. Hey guys, if you like this channel and this content, please give me a like, subscribe, share. This helps me build my channel. All right, let's just go ahead and jump on in. So researchers in Italy analyzed the carotid artery plaques from carotid endarterectomies. These are surgeries that are often performed to clean out the carotid artery plaques in those patients who are at increased risk for developing stroke later. They used a chemical technique called a pyrolysis gas chromatography, a mass spectrometry type, which helps to detect unique chemical fingerprints in the plaque. And they looked at 257 patients with a high-grade but asymptomatic plaques in their carotid arteries. 58% of them were found to have polyethylene, which is the same type of plastic found in shopping bags and other food packaging. And about 12% were found to have polyvinyl chloride, also known as PVC. Under the microscope, the researchers saw jagged forms of plastic pieces around our immune cells, such as macrophages. These cells are important in attacking foreign objects such as allergens and viruses. And they found that those particular patients that had the higher incidence of microplastics, they found that the patients who had higher microplastics were more likely to have cardiovascular outcomes such as stroke, heart attacks, and death. This study shows association, not causation. It doesn't prove that ingesting plastics or being around plastics in our environment can lead to heart disease. But the researchers took extensive precautions, and we're going to need future studies to really determine this link. Laboratory studies do suggest a few mechanisms. First, nanoplastics may damage the endothelial lining of our vessels, which can cause leakage. It can also cause reduced nitric oxide and promoting vascular stiffness. Second, it can also provoke certain of our immune cells to try to fight off the plastics, leading to more local damage. While this is biologically possible, we still don't know a lot about the role of microplastics in humans. But here's what we do know. Microplastics are everywhere. They're in our food, our water, and even in the air we breathe. There's already studies that show that the microplastics are in the ocean, which have made their way to fish, which have made their ways to our diet. So we also inhale fibers, such as from carpets, from clothing. Cosmetics and sunscreen are also loaded with plastics, according to additional sources. Now, the World Health Organization states that microplastics are detectable in most drinking water worldwide. The US FDA says that current evidence doesn't demonstrate a health risk at the levels found in food, but they are actively studying this particular exposure and link. So what can we do about this today? This is not about causing widespread panic. It's about practical prevention. Start with simple, low-cost habits. Ditch the plastic cutlery, the one-time use foods, the one-time use plastic water bottles. You can vacuum with a HEPA filter. Try to use damp cloths to wipe off substances such as to prevent them from being lodged into the air. Avoid heating food in plastic containers. Choose glass, ceramic, or stainless steel for food storage. Drink filtered tap water and avoid those plastic bottles. If you exercise outdoors, try to exercise in areas where there isn't much car traffic, because tires have also been linked to lodging microplastics in the air. Maintain healthy blood pressures, keep your LDL cholesterol low, avoid smoking, stay physically active, and eat a diet rich in fruits and vegetables. These are all important. Plastic exposure is becoming an increasing component of understanding our entire clinical picture. And this reminds us that the environment and we are linked. Here's the big picture. What we release into the world was bound to come back and hurt us. This New England Journal of Medicine study shows that environmental plastics may not just pollute the oceans, but they do pollute our arteries. We're only beginning to understand what this means long-term for our health, but the evidence is growing. And while researchers refine the data, the best move is to try to reduce the use of plastic overall. This video is for educational purposes only and shouldn't be taken as medical advice. You've always got to talk with your healthcare provider about your unique clinical situation and how what we talk about and discuss in these videos, whether or not that's applicable to you. I hope you like this content. Until next time.